So, Doctor, tell me how many times, I don't have a history of your aid work, but I imagine this is not the first time, certainly not the first time you've been into Gaza. How many
Yeah.
times have you been here? What other conflict zones have you been to? And how does this compare? I'm just trying to get a bit of an idea of the circumstances of which you've been operating under, because I don't
Yeah.
think many Australians can quite get their heads around that.
So I've worked in refugee camps across the Middle East before, and I've been to Gaza in June last year during the height of the war. But this time was very different to even June. June we were in because we were at the height of the war. There was a lot of starvation, and there was a lot of malnourishment, and there was a lot of kids that came in that were dying of malnutrition and disease. But this time, because there was a ceasefire prior to us going in, there had been some food that was allowed in. So originally, when we first arrived, there was some food, but obviously, as the weeks went by, the food began to get less and less. This is the most dangerous place in the world right now to be a child. It's the most dangerous place in the world to be a journalist. It's the most dangerous place in the world to be a doctor. When we were there, we were told that there was no safety and no guarantee of our safety, no matter where we were, whether we were in the hospital or whether we were in the safe house.
Who told you that?
And
What was the message? Who was that message relayed by? It was the aid agency. And
the
what
aid
aid?
agencies.
Yeah, what aid agency
aid-
was it? Yeah.
So I was with a Australian aid agency called PANZAMA, which is the Palestinian, Australian and New Zealand Medical Association. We were also told by various UN colleagues when we were there that there was no guarantee of our safety in Gaza at all. The pressure that was on us when we were there, because at times the hospital, when it got bombed, we were also treating the patients that got bombed within the hospital, and we did not know whether we were going to get bombed next or whether the area that we were in the hospital was going to get bombed, but we just had to continue working. We'd reached out as well to our government, and told them about our situation and told them that we weren't safe, but we didn't get any response from our government, which was very disappointing, considering that this time last year there was an Australian aid worker that had been killed in Gaza.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to be able to, help the children in Gaza, but do it in a safe manner, so we were able to continue doing it.
Yeah, Zomi, we'll never forget her and her smiling face. But we thank you for your work, Dr. Mustafa. How do you look after yourself when you return from something like that and seeing so many children and so much death?
I don't think it's normal to experience what we experienced when we were in Gaza, but this is why I am committed, and I have not stopped since I've come back, of campaigning and hopefully getting our government, one, to allow or to try and coordinate better care of our aid workers when we go to places like this. So we're able to go, because we are Australians, this is what we do. The world needs to know that we are people that believe in the dignity of life, and we're there to help. And I want to be able to do that as an Australian safely. And also as well, I want the children of Gaza to have more access to help from our government, whether that's we provide more aid, whether that's we get some children from Gaza here to be treated at some of the best hospitals in the world with some of the best doctors in the world, or whether we get some medical equipment into Gaza and help people. So the only way that I'm coping is by hopefully doing something for those children that I left behind. And that's why I'm going to continue fighting.
Well, one of our journalists did ask the Prime Minister yesterday, but he said he hadn't seen your message just yet. But now you're here and on AM Agenda this morning. Hopefully he does see it this time. Please let us know if you get any progress with the government during this election campaign, Doctor.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.